Which country last we discussed?
Mexico.
Mexico. Adil? Which feature of democracy we discussed in the last class?
One person, one vote, one value.
One person, one vote, one value. That is explained with the help of 3 countries, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, which were the countries, Badra?
So,
Badra.
Saudi Arabia, Estonia, and Fiji.
Yes. So that's the last topic we covered. And we explained the 3 features of democracy. The most important 3 features. One is the major decisions are taken by the elected leaders. Then there should be a free and fair election, and one person, one vote, and one value. And another important feature of democracy is it should be based on rule of law and respect for rights. Okay, it should be based on rule of law and respect for rights. It is explained with the help of Zimbabwe. Okay, Zimbabwe attended its independence in 1980. And from then, the country was ruled by the party that led the freedom struggle, and the name of the party is ZANU-PF. We discussed the name in the previous class, ZANU-PF. Ashik, you remember the full form of ZANU-PF? Unmute.
Ma'am, I wrote in my book that I didn't take it.
Why? Why?
My aunt is working at top. I used to sit there, but she's working now.
That is a simple excuse. When I explained the term, I told you it is not there in the textbook.
Ma'am, I have it.
Okay. Vishnu Priya,
Yes, ma'am.
ZANU-PF.
Zimbabwe African National Union Patriotic Front.
Yes, very good. That is Zimbabwe African National Union Patriotic Front. And its leader was, what's the name of the leader?
Robert Mugabe.
Robert Mugabe, who ruled the country since independence. See, whenever the election was conducted, they became the winning party for all the elections. The government under the leadership of Robert Mugabe is winning always they are winning the election. Okay. See, Zimbabwe attained its independence from the white minority rule in 1918. Since then, the country has been ruled by which party? ZANU-PF, the party that led the freedom struggle by its leaders, Robert Mugabe. And the elections were held regularly, but always which party will win the election? Which party will win the election? Which party? What is the name of the party?
ZANU-PF.
Rifa?
Yes, ma'am.
The name of the party in Zimbabwe?
ZANU-PF.
ZANU-PF. Okay, the President Mugabe is popular but also uses unfair practices in election. They led the ZANU-PF under the leadership of Robert Mugabe. They conducted they led the freedom struggle. So he was very popular, but for winning the election, he uses some unfair practices. And over the years, his government has changed the constitution several times to increase the power of the president and make him less accountable. Like less accountable means less responsible. Okay, President Mugabe, he was very popular because this party under the leadership of Mugabe led the freedom struggle. But over the years, even though he is using some unfair practices to win the election, and also the government, he changed the constitution in such a way that the president become less accountable to the people. That means the responsibility of the president to the people was very less. And also he increased the power of the president. Increase the power of the president and make him less accountable to the people. Okay, President Mugabe is popular but also uses unfair practices in election. Over the years, his government has changed the constitution several times to increase the power of the president and make him less accountable. So what he did some unfair practices in the election, and also he amended the constitution to increase the power of the president and also at the same time make the president less responsible to the people. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Then the opposition party workers are harassed and their meetings were disturbed. Okay, then the public protest and the demonstrations against the government are declared illegal. So what all things he did? The opposition party workers are harassed and also the public protest against the government is declared as illegal. That means, and also there is a law that limits the right to criticize the president. So how Robert Mugabe captured the power, or how he utilized his power? He harassed the opposition party workers, and also he declared it is illegal to the public protest against the government is considered as illegal. So first what did the harassed the opposition party leaders, then they declared the public protest as illegal, and also they set a law that limits the right to criticize the president. Clear? Clear?
Yes,
Or
ma'am.
no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you saying anything? I can't hear.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So the opposition party workers are harassed. What all things they did? They harassed the opposition party workers, and also public protest and demonstration against the government are declared illegal, and also there is a law that limits the right to criticize the president. Then the television and radio. You remember when we discussed about the difference between the democratic and non-democratic country, we discussed the role of media. In a democratic country, the medias have enough freedom to express their views. But here what happened to the media? The television and radio were under the control of government. And given only the ruling party's version, they are always focusing on the ruling party. They are independent newspapers, but even though some independent newspapers were there, but the journalists were harassed by the government. If any newspaper is working, doing independently, or if they are not supporting the government, the journalists were harassed by the government. Then the government has ignored some court judgment that went against it and pressurized judges. So they consider themselves as the supreme. President is not even ready to obey the court orders. They ignored the court orders too. So how what all things Mugabe did? First one is, he amended the constitution in such a way that the power of the president is increasing and his commitment to the people or made him less accountable to the people. Then they harassed the opposition party workers, and also the public protests were made illegal. And a law was passed which limit the right to criticize the president. Then the press were under the control of the government. And if any independent press is there, the journalists were harassed by the government. And also the court orders were ignored by the government. Can we say it is a democratic country?
No, ma'am.
Is it a democratic country?
No, ma'am.
Mama,
No.
is it a democratic country?
No, ma'am.
No. Why? Because the democracy must be based on the rule of law. That means it should be abide to the constitution, and also it should respect the right of the citizens. Okay, the constitution should be based on it should be abide to the constitution. It should follow the constitution of the country. But here what the president is doing, he is amending the constitution as per his wish. And also he is not respecting the right of the people. So the popular approval of the rulers is necessary in a democracy, but it is not sufficient. Popular governments can be undemocratic. Here Mugabe is a popular leader because under his leadership, the freedom struggle of Zimbabwe was held. But even though he was a popular leader, after getting independence, he became an autocrat. So we can't call Zimbabwe as a democratic country because there is no rule of law and respect for rights. Clear? So we discussed the 4 features of democracy. We discussed the 4 features of democracy, and also why some countries are called as non-democratic, because they are declaring themselves as democracy. We can't accept some countries as a democratic country because they are not following the features. Any doubt in this portion about the 4 features of democracy and its explanation?
No, ma'am.
Lolita, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, it's clear, ma'am.
Any doubt in this portion?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Anybody? Okay, I hope you understood the portion. Can I move to the next topic?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So next is about, that doesn't mean, we discussed what are the important features of democracy and why democracy is most popular form of government. It doesn't mean democracy have no demerits. Okay, it doesn't mean democracy is an ideal form of government. See, like other forms of government, democratic government also have its own drawbacks. Like any other form of government, democratic government also have its own drawbacks. Can you say any one of the drawback of a democratic government? Use the chat box, okay? Nirupama? Nirupama?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can you say any one drawback? Okay, Rifa, you said there is no stability, right? Then, Rifa, can you explain why there is no stability? Nirupama, wait, okay.
Because
Ah,
uh, because the rulers keep on changing
yes.
the different parties. So
Okay, very good. So the rulers are changing, isn't it? So the rulers are changing means there is no stability. Their policies may be different. Their attitude may be different. So it is a drawback of democracy. If it's an autocratic form of government, there is no chance for any change in leadership. So they can continue their policies. Okay, very good. Then Nirvama, children, you say, what do you think? It's a drawback of democracy. We studied the 4 features of democracy and why democracy is important. Okay. Don't feel whether my answer is wrong or what others will think. No need for thinking like that. Just say if it is wrong, we can correct it. Rifa's answer is correct, but second or where is Nirupama? Nirupama? Any other person? Drawback of democracy. What do you think? It's a
When the rulers
okay.
changing and the parties and the decision making also.
So once again,
The rulers keep changing so that the party and decision keep changing.
yes, that is instability. Yes, then what do you think? Why do you think democracy is not a good form of government? Lolita?
Because there may be conflicts between states.
Okay. Sometimes there will be conflict among the political parties, isn't it? Sometimes no. When we are watching the television and all, you can see there should be conflicts among the political parties because their ideologies are different. Okay, then any other answer? Rifa, one more point said that is also correct. Corruption. In a democratic form of government, we can see corruption. Then every time we are repeating the same thing, turn on your videos. So anybody want to say any answer?
The way they use the power are not same.
Okay. Sometimes they will use the power for their own betterment. Yes. Not for the people. Sometimes they will utilize it for themselves. Okay. Then voluntarily any other person? Aditya? Aditya Nair?
Krishna,
Any answer? Why democracy? Can you say any one demerit of democracy?
there's a lot of corruption sometimes.
Yes. Okay. So we can discuss some of the important points. The answers you said. Once again, we are repeating the points. First one is leaders are keep changing in a democracy. This leads to instability. So one of the most important demerit of a democratic country is that the leaders keep changing in democracy. You know that in our state, Kerala itself, the government is changing. After every 5 years, election will be conducting and sometimes the government will change. In Kerala, almost all the time the government. One time if it is LDF, the next year it may be the UDF. So consecutively the government will change. So their policies will also change. This leads to instability. This leads to instability. First important demerit of democracy is that leaders keep changing in democracy and this leads to instability. Okay. The second one is democracy is all about political competition and power play. Nowadays, you know, it is only about politics. They want to win. The aim of the political parties is only to capture the power. And there is no scope for any morality. They are not concerning about the moral side. They are only concerning about how to capture the power. It's only about the political competitions. Then so many people have to be consulted in a democracy that it leads to delay in decision making. In a democratic country, it's not like an autocracy. Okay, the government, before it want to take a decision, it want to discuss it with a lot of people. That means sometimes the elected people itself. Suppose our chief minister want to take a decision. Before that, he will call the cabinet meeting. And after the cabinet meeting, they will decide these all things are doing. And if the matter is more worsen or if it needed, the other political parties also want to be participated there. They will call them. The oppositions were also be there at the time of Corona and all. You can, when you read the newspaper or watch the television, we can see that they will call almost all the political parties to discuss about the condition. How was the situation going on? What all things to do? So in a democracy, the decision will be take too much time. Delay. Even in the Gram Sabha level, if the member want to do anything, they will discuss all the things in the Gram Sabha. Have you heard about Gram Sabha?
Yes.
Yes. So that is also an example in the Gram Sabha. Before deciding all the things, they will call the Gram Sabha and there they will discuss all the things. And a lot of paperwork will be there. They need the approval. So all the things made the things delay. They can't take a sudden decision. If any problem, any criticism is there, again the project will not be able to do so. It will be delayed there. So in a democratic country, there will be a delay from the local level to the highest level. Even from the local self-government, state government or the national level, there will be a delay in decision making because it is deal with a large number of people. So the first important demerit is leaders keep changing in a democracy and this leads to instability. Second one is democracy is all about political competition and power play and there is no scope for morality. Third one is so many people have to be consulted in a democracy that it leads to delay in decision making. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Then democracy leads to corruption for it is based on electoral competition. Sometimes it will lead to corruption. For getting the seats or winning the seats, the people are ready to spend a huge money and also sometimes corruptions will be there. At the time of election and all, when we are reading the newspaper, it is clear. And after winning the election also, corruption is also a demerit of democracy. Then ordinary people don't know what is good for them and they should not decide anything. Especially the illiterate people, they only vote. They have the right to vote and sometimes at the time of election they will go to the electoral booth and they will vote. But they are unaware what are the decisions taken by the leaders, whether it is good for them, whether it is bad for them. They are not concerned about anything. So the ordinary people don't know what is good for them. They are only going to the electoral booth and vote there for the candidate and they will be there. They are unaware whether the things done by the government is good for them or worse for them. Then another important demerit is elected leaders don't know the best interest of the people. It leads to bad decisions. Sometimes elected leaders are unaware of the needs of the people. And also it will lead to when the decision making time and all, sometimes it will be against the will of the people. That also a demerit of democracy. So don't think that democracy means it's an ideal form of government. In a democratic country also, poverty is there, unemployment is there, corruption is there. All the features will be, we can see in a democratic country also. India, the largest democratic country in the world, when you analyze India, you can see these types of demerits or drawbacks. And also our country face a lot of challenges. As a democratic country, there is no exception. But compared to other forms of government, a democratic government is a better form of government. Compared to other forms of government, a democratic government is a better form of government. Okay, so once again we can go through the demerits. Demerits of democracy. Leaders keep changing in a democracy and this leads to instability. Then democracy is all about political competition and power play. There is no scope for morality. Next one, so many people have to be consulted in a democracy that it leads to delay in decision making. Then democracy leads to corruption for it is based on electoral competition. Ordinary people don't know what is good for them. They should not decide anything. Last point, elected leaders don't know the best interest of the people. It leads to bad decisions. Clear? So democracy means there is no corruption or there will not be any poverty, there will not be any unemployment or there will not be any problem. It is not like that. In a democratic country also or a democratic form of government also have its own demerits. But compared to other forms of government, a democratic government is the best form of government. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Any doubt
No, ma'am.
in democracy or the features of democracy?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Anyone? Anybody?
No, ma'am.
It's clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What is so? What are the features of democracy? What are the merits of democracy? What are its demerits? Then, as we said, compared to other form of government, democracy is the best form of government. Can you say the merits of democracy? Why democracy is called as the best form of government?
Because in non-democratic country, it is like forcing the people to obey the law.
Ah, okay. In a
But
democracy,
in democracy, their opinion is also taken.
okay. In a democratic country, the people have the right to say their opinions. Okay, good. Then,
Every citizens are equal in the eyes of law.
yes, equality is there. Especially, there is political equalities here, isn't it? One person, one vote. In the case of India, you think the merit of democracy with the example of India. All of you answer. Why only few students are responding? I told you, don't feel that whether my answer is correct or wrong. If it is wrong, we will correct it. Respond.
It accepts all more than other monarchies and all. In democracies there is different kinds of people from different backgrounds.
Yes.
It is more accountable.
It is more accountable. What do you mean by accountable?
Everyone is allowed to
The
vote and
people,
participate
The term
in.
accountable means the government is more responsible. Okay. So in a democratic government is more responsible to the people. In the case of India, our government is responsible to the people. But if it is a non-democratic country like Saudi Arabia, the king has not so much responsibility to the people. Here, the government is answerable to the people. Whether if they are doing anything, whether their policy is good or bad to the people, they are answerable to the people. But in a non-democratic country, there is no such problems will be there. Arjun, can you say a point? It is a merit of democracy.
People have the final decision to elect their leaders.
Yes, the people have the freedom. That means, okay, the people have the freedom to choose their leaders in a democratic country. Okay.
Everyone is allowed to a person above 18 is allowed to vote, and each and every person can participate in elections.
Okay, that means one person, one vote. It is based on political equality. In the democratic country, is based on political equality. We are giving more importance to equality among the people. Obviously, it is possible in a democratic country. Okay, then.
through strikes and all, we can tell about their mistakes.
Okay, people
But in
have the
other
right to
countries,
protest against the government. Yes, that we cannot see in a non-democratic country. In a non-democratic country, the people have the no right to protest against the government. But in a democratic country, people have the right to protest against the government. Yes, good. See, when you're thinking, you will get a lot of points.
Media has power.
Yes, freedom of press is there in a democratic country. They have the right to criticize the government. Okay,
There
good.
is
Yes.
there is
Yes.
opposition party.
Opposition will be strong and the government cannot take the decision alone. Before the government is taking a decision, they will think about the opposition, how they will respond. Okay, very good, very good. So these are the major merits of democracy. In the next class, we will discuss about the merit of democracy and we will discuss it in detail. Okay? Before that, I want to take the attendance. Okay then, for the next class, revise this much topic, okay? Next class, we will discuss about the merit of democracy in detail. Okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you all.
thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am.